Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to The Well, your source for the latest in the field of after school and summer learning programs. I'm here with Michael Funk, Director of the Expanded Learning Division at the California Department of Education, and he has some big news for us. Michael, what's up?
Hey Bruno, good to see everyone. Good to see you. We're here at Wren Elementary School in the beautiful city of Concord to kick off their summer meals and a great summer program. And we just so happened yesterday, Governor Brown signed the state budget, and included in that budget was a $50 million increases to the state after school funding known as ASES. So there are several questions have come up. What does that mean? What does it not mean? First of all $50 million is going to the school districts or the grantees. Nothing is being held back for state operations or any other administrative function at the state. And what that means is, it's kind of a strange calculation, but it means that the state daily rate will move from $7.50 a day to $8.19 a day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great news.
That's great.
Not everything we'd hoped for, but most of us really knew this was going to be an uphill climb, and we were victorious thanks to all of your advocacy and work. But what does that mean? So it means that starting July 1, the grants that go out to the school districts will be increased, calculated on $8.19 per day per student for all ASES programs. Before school, after school, there are some ASES funding that is set aside for summer that's grandfathered.
Right.
Everything, except for the transportation grants to small frontier schools. That'll stay the same because it's not based on a per student basis.
Right.
Some people have asked, is this a one-time or does this go away next year?
Right.
And that's a good question, because originally the Assembly was going for a one-time increase.
Yes.
The budget that was approved is an ongoing $50 million allocation to ASES.
Huge.
Yeah. So what that means is the legislature or the governor has to act next year to take it out of the budget. If nothing is done, it stays in.
That's great.
It's not protected like the $550 million of Prop 49. That is why, this is kind of in the weeds, but in the state budget, there's the $550 million that was part of Prop 49 in 2002. The only way that legislature or the governor can touch that is if it goes back to the voters.
Right.
This $50 million is a separate line item that could be taken out, but if nothing happens, it'll be there year after year.
Great. And Michael, so what happens to 21st century funds?
So 21st century, this legislation and this budget language only relates to ASES. So 21st century stays at $7.50 per day. We're going to have to work on that. That's kind of good news, bad news. If the 21st century would have gone up to $8.19, then many of the schools that we just announced would get 21st century funding next year would not receive money.
Right.
So that's the dilemma. So that's a longer term conversation, a longer term solution needed. But at this point, everything 21st century stays at $7.50 per day.
Great. So thank you, Michael, for the big news. But I have one last question for you.
Okay.
So our work here is not done. This is obviously a step in the right direction, but our work just begins in continuing to promote and tell our story of after school and our summer learning programs and the impact that it has in communities. So what would you tell to our site coordinators out there who need to continue that work of advocacy or educating our families about our great programs?
This is like a track and field race where the gun went off and we got a great start and we're ahead, but the race is not done. There's going to be increases to the state minimum wage that's going to impact your ability. The next time the state minimum wage increases $1, most of the gains we just saw are going to go away.
That's right.
So this is like, we got to take the ground we've gained and move on it. And the good news is this budget act, the governor signing it, the legislature acting for the first time. Well, the legislature acted before, but for the first time the governor now approved what the legislature acted on, gives us momentum. We have visibility like we've never had before. So capitalize on it. Spread this news. Let your parents be aware. But more importantly, I think the wake-up call is we got to work hard to think about other ways to generate revenue for these programs. And that's a longer conversation, but I don't think that 10 years from now we can get an increase every time we need to in the state budget for ASES. So we have to look at more diverse funding and that's a longer conversation, but one that we'll be having.
Thank you, Michael. So again, thank you for the work that you do out in the field, serving all of our communities, our families, our students that we serve each and every day. Until next time.
Thank you.